we also, what we're doing is, we have 2 acres that we've actually are putting into conservation.
Okay.
So we're working with the conservation group here in the Okanagan to keep that 2 acres as.
Whereabouts is that?
That's actually 2 acres that run sort of from this road right into these trees here, and basically it's a great bird area. We have so many birds that drop in. They maybe only come for 2 days or 3 days, but rest stops on the way to other places. You can see that there's nothing over on the other side. It's all been culverted over, so this is a really important area to
You're
keep.
right on a migratory route.
That's right. So even though it might be 2 acres we could use, we feel it's more important to have 2 acres as a riparian area for birds and frogs and anything else.
So you guys got 10 acres total?
Totally 10 acres. We always have 3 acres in pasture, and I don't think you can see him out there, but we have a llama by the name of Charlie, and he's our manure consultant.
Right.
And then we have an acre in Market Garden, which is where that Poly House is, and behind that we have an acre in Raspberry. And as we move up here, we have a small vineyard, 2¼ acres, in wine grapes, but we also have several hundred plants, Coronation eating grapes. The Coronation grape is famous in this area because it was developed here in Summerland, and it is a truly Canadian-made grape.
I'm sure it makes great wine.
We have a little taste up here. Things are ripening up. These are, we have our flock of hens. They don't look very good right now. They're molting, but they are they're good producers. And everyone who comes to visit our farm, we let them go home with a rooster.
Okay. You do not.
No, but you can go home with a rooster if you like.
Well, I'm not sure we'll put it in the car.
Well, I'm sure I could find something.
Oh, yeah.
These are Coronation grapes. And let's see if I can take them off here. A nice big grape. Have a taste of those. It's a seedless grape for the most part.
Oh, wow.
How does it taste, Ben?
That is fantastic.
Give me one.
I'm not just saying that, too.
No, they're excellent grapes. They make good pies. They're good eating, as well as I freeze them and just use them like blueberries in the winter.
Jeez, yeah, no doubt. They are like blueberries.
That's right. They're excellent. Further down here, we have our wine grapes.
Good catch.
These are our wine grapes, and we grow these grapes. We make wine, but we don't sell wine. What we make is a certified organic wine vinegar. What we're looking at here, this is a champagne grape called Pinot Meunier. And then this is our red wine and a vinegar. And then we also make a white wine vinegar from Gewürztraminer grapes.
What's it called again?
Gewürztraminer. It's an Alsatian variety. And it's known as a cool climate grape, although you're probably thinking, cool climate, it's so warm here.
It's all a matter of comparison.
That's right. Right now we're just starting to net over here and up on the other side because there are an awful lot of starlings. The cherries are finished, and now they just move on to the next.
Man, these are so good I can't stop eating them.
Well, good. They're good for you, too. So that's basically the layout of our place. We are not quite in the process of picking the wine grapes. That'll be probably another 3 or 4 weeks. And then there's a mad rush to pick, press, crush, and get them into tanks, get the wine into tanks, and then we can sort of relax for a little bit. And then it starts all over again in January.
So you guys have been doing this for 10 years, you said? What got you started doing it?
Insanity, I think. Who needs to go to a casino to gamble when you can just farm?
Do it right here at home.
Yes, exactly.
What were you doing before that, if I can ask?
Well, my husband was in property management, and I worked in the theater.
Really?
And he was from the Okanagan, and so it was quite natural for us to come back here. Our son and daughter-in-law and our grandson live in Kelowna, so this was a natural place for us to come and settle again.
Did you start out with the 10 acres, or?
Yeah. We did. Initially, we started out just selling vegetables, but now we still sell vegetables, but we've just pretty much have select customers that we sell to.
Right.
And we don't sell vegetables at the farmers markets. We sell our wine vinegars and wine jellies at the farmers markets.
It's cost prohibitive to do so, or?
Well, it's just, you know, anyone who sells vegetables, it's a really difficult job and very dependent on Mother Nature and everything else. And that's when we decided we needed to do something that was added to what we were doing, and we decided to do the vinegar. It gives us something to sell all year, as opposed to just a few months of the year. And we can work on it in the winter time.
One of the things we're here talking about is food security, and you know, I've got a real interest in sort of organic agriculture and how we can be producing more food on the land, but I know it's really difficult, right? Like, I mean, I haven't done it myself, but everybody I talk to at the farmers markets and stuff talks about the challenges.
There is no way that here in British Columbia we can even produce the amount that, if every single person wanted to, well, not even just eat organic, but eat locally, we just can't produce enough. We don't have enough land in production to do that. And it would take an amazing amount of faith from the consumer to totally support local agriculture. I don't like to say just organic, although I'm a certified organic farmer. I think if you can, even just local works, supporting your local growers, whether they be organic or not. Just it keeps the money all in this economy, as opposed to sending it somewhere else.
And the carbon footprint.
And the carbon footprint, exactly. So it's a difficult issue.
Apparently 5% of land is in ALR right now?
There's not a lot, I mean, given the size of the province. And we lose ALR land every single day.
Sure do.
Most community leaders tend to think of ALR land as just development land in waiting. And since it's just my opinion that the ALR really doesn't have, the commission doesn't have much any enforcement anymore or any teeth, since they sort of divested power to the communities, we see more and more of it disappearing.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, believe it or not, I'm actually talking about expanding ALR land. Most people, you know, have a hard time even talking about defending it, but I think we need to expand it. Like, I'd like to see us get to a place where we could really talk seriously about food security.
Well, I think it's important. What is the statistic that in British Columbia there's only 3 days worth of food, fresh food, available in British Columbia right now at any one time. And if we don't have any land to make our own food, all we need is the U.S. to say they're not going to ship to us anymore for whatever reasons, to cross over security issues, then we're in big trouble. And you only have to look at issues, for example, when the ferry sunk up at Prince Rupert, how immediately, you know, people started running out of things. They ran out of milk, and there was bread, and all of those things that had to be barged in. But they had a period of days where they didn't have any product. So we are already at that stage where it's pretty precarious. If we had an issue of whether it just be weather and a highway is closed, there isn't enough food.
Wow, 3 days, eh? I hadn't heard that.
3 days.
You're a very eloquent spokesperson, thank you.
Can you...
You're supposed to be doing the talking, aren't you?
I do plenty of my own, don't worry.
He really does.
You're supposed to be, you know...
I'll do a little spiel into the camera, too. I just wanted to get some questions.
You're not supposed to be just nodding.
I'm
supposed to be nodding. I'm supposed to be the one going...
That part's coming next.
Can you tell us a little bit about your marketing cooperative initiatives that you're working on?
Well, it's what you would call a new generation co-op. It's a marketing co-op whereby various growers and processors would be working together in the various regions and developing the networks that used to be in place here in British Columbia. The processing plants, the shipping, all of those things that used to be here but have been dismantled. And we're working with communities all over British Columbia. It's a real grassroots organization, and I guess that's one of the advantages of co-ops, is you do start from the bottom and work up. It doesn't come top down. Those things don't tend to work. The ultimate goal would be to have a a brand name representing the co-op, I mean our brand, and selling the co-op members' products under that name. We're a long way off from that actually happening. It's all volunteer work, but it's a movement that is happening, and it will succeed.
That's fantastic. Can we, I just realized we never got your name and the name of your company and stuff on tape, just for the beginning part.
My name is Kim Stansfield. I am a certified organic farmer and small-scale food processor. My farm is called Valentine Farm, and my label is called The Vinegar Works at Valentine Farm. I make certified organic wine vinegars and wine jellies.
Do you have a website address?
I do. It's www.valentinefarm.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm